blast! I was halfway through my backwards recitation of each protectorate law. Good that repetition strengthens the mind.
Speak freely.
Certainly. I consider myself an open tome.
Commander.
Such as?
Whatever you need, Commander. Just name it. Oh yeah? What's needling you?
Feeling like I could take on the galaxy, Commander. But don't worry, I always got time for you.
Injuries detected. Please seek medical assistance prior to loss of consciousness. How may this unit assist you, Commander? Readying database.
There may be valuable parts at this location that can improve this unit's functionality. Performing a thorough search of the Automech factory is advised, should you wish to maximize your Valerie unit's combat effectiveness. Building factory schematics. It is likely the desired parts are being stored somewhere on the ground floor.
None shall stand against us! You'll find lethal measures at the ready, Commander.
Or avenge my debt!
Prepare for action! You're hurt, Commander. Steel yourself.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
security breach has been detected. A full laboratory lockdown is now in effect. Repeat, this is a full laboratory lockdown. Stay calm, remain vigilant, and obey security personnel. And always trust that the Sovereign protects.
Oh, come now, Commander. Had humans been designed to fly, the Architect would have granted us terror ray wings. You must keep your...
Attention subjects. The laboratory lockdown has been lifted, and your faith in the Sovereign has been reaffirmed. You may resume normal activities.
Taking punitive action! Unleash my... On the authority...
Why?
I'd surmise that container harbors our mechanical allies' upgrade module.
Refill this thing.
Blown up by a mine. A fine way to go among many ways to die.
Apologies, but an automechanical's work is never concluded.
Our commander hangs from a thread!
Invasive elements!
your execution.
An enemy.
Sensibly, I must reload. You can't fight.
Yeah!
You're hurt, Commander. Steel yourself. I am primed. Taking punitive action.
Changing magazine. Suspiciously and indefinitely.
Your vitals look grim, Commander.
Enemy spotted. Not possible. No target to go.
Looks like a Dawn camp is up ahead. We should be able to find one of our devices there.
Central Control is open to no visitors. Turn around. Best turn around. Central Control isn't... Wait. Orbit around? What are you doing here? I've heard a great deal regarding your exploits within the Protectorate. And it is all that prevents me from summoning the Guard. I've strict orders to arrest you on sight.
I've no desire to slay you, but if you seek to prevent me from pursuing my duties, I will have no other choice.
Arbiter Rao did not report to the Consul's summons. Consequently, he is wanted for questioning. It is only our difference in rank that stays my hand from attempting arrest. Very well. I shall not sound the alarm. But you are still not permitted to enter this facility either through this entry or any side route. I shall be watching.
Commander, let us speak privately on our next course of action.
Keep from arresting attention, for your sake.
I did not care for that exchange at all. The idea that the Consul would stymie me individually is rather disturbing. Regardless, we do have alternate means of ingress. I seem to recall a number of creatures bypassing the left fence through some upper path we were never able to find. There's also the prisoner entrance on the right. If you're sufficiently dexterous, you may be able to bypass the safeguards to get us in.
Villains abound. Be on guard.
Merit stuff.
Dagmar didn't betray us to the Sentinels. She is a Sentinel, with a fucking office here in Central Control. It's enough to make one take leave of their sanity.
There? If you wish to feel better, try thinking of wanton murder.
I'm just going to pretend I didn't hear that. Fortunately, there's an easy solution to Dagmar's betrayal. One which involves removing her head from her body. Or maybe we should start with the disemboweling? So many choices.
Well, as a Helia Leitinger, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised you've made it this far. In addition to your wonderful thirst for wanton violence, you were always bright, though still somehow too thoroughly deluded to apprehend the truth. But then again, you never really wanted to, did you? Yes, well, can it truly even be considered betrayal if it was always lies? And Aza's willful ignorance made her the perfect candidate when I started the Dawn at the Consul's behest.
What are you talking about? There were cultists before me!
No, there were not. The fiction of a cult was born out of the need to convince the Sovereign to return to the true spirit of the Protectorate. The Consul feared he was too weak.
You... How dare you? You shall pay dearly for daring to speak thus, and the Consul shall pay triple.
I see that Aza isn't the only willfully ignorant person here. Society needs to be controlled for the greater good, by any means necessary. Or would you prefer a more corporate way of life?
Dagmar, all this can't be right. How can you spout such lies? Our cause is righteous. It has to be.
And there it is. I almost felt sorry for you, Azahelia. You were so pathetic. So willing to believe specious arguments backed with only the flimsiest of proofs. Ah, well, such is life. But your usefulness is not yet at an end. Your death will put me back in the Consul's good graces. Goodbye, Aza.
No, that's too quick. What about... No, not painful enough. Yes, that's it. I just need to find a piece of heat-conducting metal and something to peel the skin effectively. What, you suddenly take issue with my methods? I can think of no reason to curtail the pleasure of my revenge. Dagmar must die. Violently. Her betrayal warrants no other response. I know of no other way to act.
Trouble about.
Both eyes open.
You must keep your blood within, Commander!
company. They're mine.
Azahelia Ragnanger is still at large. All guards loyal to the Protectorate converge on my position at once.
Assist me, will you? I said we can stay on both of us.
Try and keep your boots on the inside, Commander.
Malefactor ahead.
Either restore my life or if I need some help first.
Impossible in my present condition.
No party shall dither.
Forever vigilant.
I advise you decamp.
Replenishing my firearm.
That elevator over there goes to the Supreme Arbiter's old office. I hope the technicians have kept it in working order.
They're closing in. You see a target I did not? The old quarters have all been removed. I hardly recognize this place.
Something's happening to Tristan. He's acting like a human being.
I'm fine.
Somehow, dust merely found its way into my eye.
Dagmar would never let herself be cornered. She's sure to have an escape route. We should find it.
still alive. Now, let's not be too hasty here. You seem a rational person. There must be something we can do to resolve this peacefully. Please don't let Azza get her hands on me.
Why are you talking to them, Dagmar? I'm the one you must answer to. Well, I'm waiting to hear your ineffectual arguments as to why you should be spared. And then I'll kill you. You can start by telling me why. Why'd you do it, and why me?
Why? I'm a loyal subject to the True Protectorate. What other reason is there? When the Consul tasked me to help save the colony, I did not even think to ask why. And you were an obvious choice. So lost, so dead inside. But then you went berserk. I never could have imagined how you'd take to the killing and mayhem. You brought me great praise from the Consul. Until you started asking questions and killing the wrong people.
Enough of this blathering on. It's well past time for Dagmar and her life to part ways. She's dead. As am I. Our enthusiasm got the better of us. She should have suffered more. It was too quick a death for one who betrayed not only me, but the whole of the Dawn. Now that Dagmar is dead, I'll be leading the Dawn into the glorious future. True. There may be those that do not accept my leadership, but they will die. The Dawn is too important to disband. What little risk any of them may pose doesn't concern me. I can send out a general message from here, informing the cells that the previous Exalted Leader has betrayed us and has been dealt with, and that I am now in charge. I suspect some will simply jump into the closest rift. And to be perfectly candid, I'm hoping there are more than a few that refuse to acknowledge their new leader. Enough to keep my knife skills up at least. It's done. Let's leave this place. It sickens me. I'm not ready to talk yet. Let's get out of here.
I've eyes on a miscreant.
Mediated! Lethally!
Without command.
Enemy spotted.
None shall stand against us! The terminal's locked, which is no surprise. See if you can find some method to bypass its passcode. Did you hear that? I think something may have unlocked. I think this may unlock the terminal, but the toggle mechanism appears compromised. I shall hold it. You attempt to gain access to the machine. You must finish reading through that terminal. The elevator's been summoned from below. Someone's coming up!
Consul Thoreau, I'm sure you're surprised to be receiving this message, and thus I can assume you already know my intent. Even considering aligning myself against the Sovereign is like sticking my hand in boiling oil. Yet my dead charges spur me forward. 10 scores of Arcadia's finest, at least 10 scores, died in defense of Golden Ridge. And does the region lie in our control? No. We fled like sprats, all at Varric's behest. I shall lower myself to work with you, Consul. I will help you uphold your plan to... Hold... What in blazes? How long have you been standing there? What did you hear?
I cannot believe what I heard. I cannot. My mentor isn't a turncoat. She must have intended something else. My mentor hated the Consul and was deeply devoted to the Sovereign. She'd never speak thus, unless she was trying to lure the Consul into a trap.
That seems like a lot of work to go through just to flatten someone's head with one of those giant hammers.
What I'm proposing is eminently plausible. It may be beyond you to see her machinations, but it's obvious to me that this was merely an intricate play. It's all that makes sense. It's not obvious to me. You didn't know her. Wait, do you hear that?
Arbiter Rao, I finally got you. Submit quietly to the Protectorate's justice for your manifold transgressions.
Are you insane? Who are you? And on whose authority do you claim to judge me?
My name is Junior Arbiter Mayhall, and I operate on Arbiter Mandate, as you did once. Now, no questions. This is already going to be difficult enough.
It's logical. The Sentinels have all but taken over central control. It stands to reason the few Arbiters still trained here would only be Sentinels in armored regalia.
I cannot deny that central control has changed, but... what am I saying? I need not defend myself from the likes of you.
Enough! This has been an unpleasant day and my patience is gone. Your accusations are baseless, and accosting a higher-ranked Arbiter is grounds for arbitration.
They're far from baseless. You stand accused of abandoning your post, of infiltrating Protectorate facilities with opaque aims, and of hampering the Protectorate war effort. There's no discussion to be had with criminals. I needed to see firsthand that Arbiter Rao had abandoned his station. He has, and must meet my judgment.
These accusations of yours are slander. If you believe false bravado shall save you from my wrath, you're sorely mistaken. At Oculus, and again at the Vox, you showed me that the law may be interpreted. Clemency can be granted where before it would be unthinkable. Here my sense of duty clamors to be answered. But as much as it surprises me to admit it, I think you're correct. To this recruit, I've diverged from the path of righteousness. Slaying her for sincerely trying to do what is right would be a farce of justice. I would not. But I know the reality of swaying an Arbiter from their chosen path. It's likely this situation may devolve into violence regardless.
What is this insanity? I would never imagine an Arbiter balking from their chosen course. I had hoped Arbiter Rao would come to his senses, but obviously to no avail. I may not wish to judge him. I may not understand what has come over him. It is of no consequence. His crimes against the Protectorate are all that matters.
He was simply doing his duty, just as you or I must every day. Killing him would have been wrong, even though attempting to arrest me was a criminal act.
That's even worse than I thought. You chose not to do your duty, and expect telling me so would soften my decision to judge you?
The Supreme Arbiter taught me to follow my own sense of justice. And I have. Use your mind. Think about what I did. What you intend to do. Is this moral? Is this right?
What of it? Someone has to stop him.
Ironic. You came here to judge me for much the same reason I have, as you so claim, deserted. I chose to investigate the Supreme Arbiter's death on my own. You chose to investigate my departure on your own. You seek to judge me for the very crime you are guilty of.
That's impossible. I refuse to believe we both could be guilty if we were simply following what we were taught.
We don't know that for certain, but to an onlooker, without our knowledge, it could seem that way. And such presumed traitorousness would be very confusing.
Even the Supreme Arbiter has struggled with this? That doesn't seem possible. But I suppose there's no way to ask her now. I shall trust your words. Consider my hand stayed. I can see that judging Tristan would only rob the Protectorate of another of its servants. It seems I must reflect on this matter.
It would appear we're in agreement. Neither of us shall raise a hand against the other. I'm pleased.
Never known an arbiter to lose their taste for blood. That's disappointing.
So, what course of action do we take now?
It's important for an arbiter to use their forebrain. Next time you encounter something as strange as a loyal arbiter diverging from the path of righteousness, investigate. You may find more questions than answers. But deciphering them and interpreting justice as best we can is how we might serve Arcadia.
Uphold justice in my way. I'll attempt to remember that, Arbiter Rao. Thank you.
Glory to the Protectorate, Junior Arbiter. Make me proud. I'm pleased we were able to resolve that altercation peaceably. Robbing Arcadia of an enthusiastic recruit would have given me little joy.
You say that, but I've seen the way you smile when you kill. Oh, sorry, dispense justice. I'd say she got lucky. Or you're turning soft.
You know, I'd even venture to say she reminded me just a little of myself as a lad. All this excitement did not make me forget the confession on the Supreme Arbiter's terminal. I have to bring it to Virgil. Together, we can discover exactly what transpired. Agreed. I'm not sure of his whereabouts since last we encountered him. I'll send him a message. With luck, we'll hear from him before long. Once we find Virgil, he and I shall unravel what occurred with the Supreme Arbiter. Together, we shall have no trouble, I'm sure. Certainly. I consider myself an open tome.
I'm not ready to talk yet. Let's get out of here.
Smells like paint and agitated dust. Renovations, I surmise. Our commander hangs from a thread!
I'm not ready to talk yet. Let's get out of here.
I shall not stay your execution.
Protectorate personnel, only beyond this point. Leave immediately. If you are not of the Protectorate, you are this unit's enemy. Preparing to unleash disproportionate amount of ammunition on unresponsive.
I shall reduce them to a slurry!
Have you viewed any Speak freely.
My fight upon
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Wellnetarium here on Praetor is uniquely special.
It is personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould.
I am primed to punish!
Realign with the paradigm.
Compliance is a key part of
Is a fellow subject lacking the come in, come right in, and be refreshed? For mental refreshment post-haste. It's just a good idea.
It is the duty of every Protectorate subject.
Are you ready to realign with the paradigm? To shed all manner of imperfect thoughts?
All it takes is some light instruction, a restorative cocktail,
And a quick dip into the lane of particularity to erase your imperfections. I'm Head Refresher Gould,
and I guarantee when you exit our doors,
you'll be a productive member of our perfect society again. Soon you'll say, goodbye, imperfect thoughts.
Hello, contentment.
As an arbiter, I welcome any procedure that why is the room spinning?
Greetings, subject. Or should I say, refreshed to see.
Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process.
Welcome to the Wellnetarium. You're not on my schedule. A walk-in then. Wonderful. Once you're properly evaluated, we'll have you well on your way to refreshment.
And then our heads will be as empty as yours. I've seen this too many times. It's not as fun as it sounds.
Oh, you appear to have questions. A telltale sign of needing refreshment. Our facility's induction corridor is quite an experience, isn't it? A feast for the senses, second only to our Chief Edification and Remembrance Center, the Tomb of the Matriarch. Accompanying our head refresher's thought-lulling welcome is a musical score based off an inspirational composition partially hummed by the Sovereign himself, and a brief spritz of our very own repriorichin gas to boost attentiveness and provide the perfect touch of compliancy to commence your treatment here.
Feeling distracted? Daydreaming on the job? Mental refreshment centers are there to help you.
Oh, I hadn't noticed you sauntering. But of course I will readily admit you. It is the duty of every subject to submit for a quick mental tune-up whenever we experience imperfect thoughts or lack a little zeal. Simply step over to my automechanical colleague to my left, / your right, and it will begin your assessment. Simply step over to my automechanical colleague to my left, / your right, and it will begin your assessment.
Part of your prescribed curative regime. Think only prescribed.
Greeting, subject unscheduled. Welcome to Placid Waters Wellnetarium. Evaluation commencing. Subjects are required to respond 100% accurately to all queries. Bespoke prescribed regimens may produce untoward ramifications if baseline data is greater than minutely erroneous. Query 1. Concisely characterize your personal perspective. Incorrect. The accepted answer is, I fulfill my duty to the Sovereign as a loyal Protectorate subject by operating at peak efficacy, without error, perpetually, each a vital cog. Query 2. Rate your present level of zealous efficaciousness on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 being the highest, 3 being a traitor, 1 being dead. Incorrect. Wait, processing. That was correct. No subject has ever answered that query accurately before to date. The degree of zealous efficaciousness expected of a dutiful and true subject of the Protectorate is beyond measure. Query 3. Do you ever fall prey to imperfect thoughts, including, but not limited to, doubt, disbelief, uncertainty, curiosity, recalcitrance, and mischief? Unacceptable. A perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Imperfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry. Final query. How would your neighbors describe you? Unsatisfactory response. The appropriate reply was, they never questioned. never doubted. Their zeal never lagged. Formulating conclusion. Phrenometric matrix delineated. Subject evaluation score total 200 out of 200. The acceptable amount for a true and dutiful protectorate subject is 0. In conclusion, you are in dire need of mental refreshment. Now, proceed to the nearby pneumatic tube to collect your complimentary unitard and lift pass. Next, proceed 1 floor down, where you will be directed further. Your realignment with the paradigm begins now. Your realignment with the paradigm begins now.
While there are many refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, placid waters...
Irregularities have all been abraded.
Refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
They would deem my resolve inadequate? Insanity! Their analysis procedure is clearly faulty.
To the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate.
Greetings, new person. You have a look of query about you. I have answers to questions and no questions to answer. Hello, my name is Abigail, and I am realigned with the paradigm.
To ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
It is the duty of all Protectorate subjects to regularly converse with our neighbors, so we may determine if their zeal has wavered. I am newly full of zeal, free of imperfect thoughts. My mind is a thing of symmetry. My phrenometric peaks are all abraded.
Collective cognitive compliance is a key part of your prescribed curative regime. Think only prescribed thoughts, and no bliss and plenty.
Pondering begets disharmony. To deliberate is to court ruin. Notions are a gateway to mayhem, bedlam, turmoil, and vexation. Thinking never made anybody happy.
Contented, and others are not.
Head Refresher Gould says his recorded lectures are key to thinking approved thoughts. He tells us what to think and what thoughts are unsanctioned. It's also very helpful. That, a restorative cocktail of pharmaceuticals, and a quick dip into the lathe of particularity device can abrade all imperfections.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be
Only
found
internally,
throughout
I'm
Arcadia,
afraid. You should speak to Refreshment Facilitator Tilden in the lecture hall.
uniquely special.
It is personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould.
It's right outside Head Refresher Gould's office. He'll schedule you an appointment.
Refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
Just follow the signs to the lecture hall. I once possessed a failing of character where I would voice simple statements in a way that sounded like a question. Drat! There, did it again. Anyhow, I was reported for it? Right as rain, neighbor. Never more content. I only experience approved emotions. Doubt and worry are notably unsanctioned. A perfect society demands perfect thoughts, after all.
The refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and...
Refreshment is inevitable. You can't fight contentment. They never questioned. They never doubted. Their zeal never lagged.
preserve said progress, sustain the system.
A perfect society demands perfect thoughts.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
Their team plays the worst anyone has ever played. Our first back is perfect. Our pitch ball is well conveyed. Oh, you're new. Must be. You still retain that look of inquiry and deliberation.
While there are
I'm
many
Waylon.
mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Wellnatarium here on Praetor is unique.
I make all songs about the Paradigm Abiders. Folks tend to get rather sore about it. The original version's about being a good Protectorate subject and turning in your neighbor if they lack zeal or think thoughts and such. In my case, my daughter reported me.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste.
Of course. We're all supposed to watch each other close, to keep the paradigm on track and abiding. First thing you do when you're back is thank the person who did it.
It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating
No, my daughter's name is Emily. Millie is a nickname for Emily, but I don't call her that.
mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment
They say my phrenometric peaks are resistant to abradement, but still, they try.
stymies untoward inclinations and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Emily said that? Really? This all feels a bit curious to me, but I feel compelled not to question it too much. Maybe the refreshment is working. I'd go with you, I guess. But I need something first. They took all my things when I arrived. Stored them in storage. My commemorative pitch balls in there. From my favorite team, the Paradigm Abiders. Can't leave without it.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented.
I had to turn in my personal items when I was admitted. On account I tried to leave once or twice before. Saw them put it in a closet behind reception upstairs. Suppose so. Maybe almost, at least. One way out's the safest. Someone dug a tunnel in the kitchen pantry. Though there are 2 automechs assigned there now, to keep subjects from wandering in and ambling off.
While there are many mental refreshment
That doesn't seem like the sort of thing that'd be allowed, but guess you know what you're doing. I'll be dithering about here in the meanwhile.
uniquely special.
Hello.
Personally overseen by
You find my
Head
pitch ball?
Refresher Gould.
May you realign with the paradigm.
Responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
Medicament dispensement has concluded for today. Please proceed to the lecture hall to request an exception. Medicament dispensement. Medicament dispensement
Collective
has concluded
cognitive
for today.
compliance is a key part of our perfect society. When we comply together, we thrive together.
Settle down, everyone. Lecture's playing. Prepare to be edified.
For today's topic, we'll touch on why our program is so very important. Ignorant, misguided outsiders may wonder, why does the Protectorate need mental refreshment? Doesn't it inhibit personal freedom? Yet this freedom they celebrate is a yawning chaos.
No talking until the lecture's over.
Is an invitation to failure, loss, and
Greeting, unscheduled walk-in. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, how mentally refreshed are you feeling today? Rounding up for clarity / responding approvingly. Our refreshment facilitators will be pleased with your progress. Mindfully maintain mental momentum. I am responsible for providing each subject with their recommended daily dosage of Reprioritrin. Medicament dispensement has concluded for the day. Response. Medicaments are stored in medicament storage, the office in which this unit presently operates. Yet, it is strictly off-limits to all non-refreshment facilitator personnel. Farewell statement. May refreshment soon render you free from doubt. A vital cog once more. Greeting, unscheduled walk-in.
Oh, a new face. Well, I'd welcome you to the Wellnetarium, but the designated subject reader ought to have attended to that by now. I was once a victim of imperfect thoughts. Oh, I had so many questions. But my questioning days are long gone. Admitting you question is the first step in your recovery. But worry not. Soon enough, with our help and a little work, you'll never question again. Questions are an unmistakable sign of worry, disquietment, and worst yet, rumination. Once the mind is a thing of symmetry, vexatious agitatements simply waft away. As every loyal and dutiful Protectorate subject knows, thinking is best left to our betters. You've missed the daily medicament dispensement, if that's what you mean. But you should take that up with the medicament dispensement automech directly. The medicament dispensement automech automechanically dispenses medicaments. 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 I see you found the lecture as edifying as all the others here. Good, good. Collective cognitive compliance is a key part of the prescribed curative regimen. Head Refresher Gould provides us with daily lectures in audio cartridge form to steer group thinking. As they say, to think together is to together thrive. You must mean the lathe of particularity. One assumes you haven't had a session with Head Refresher Gould yet. You'll soon learn all about it firsthand. Upstairs in the audiovisual aids office, of course. Though that area is off limits to all subjects not a part of facility staff or security. How very interesting. Here, take my pass then. It grants access to all mid-privilege priority areas. You'll feel ever so much better once your phrenometric peaks have been abraded.
I was sure we'd be forced to slay her. Despite her quirks, I'm pleased we managed to avoid this. Typically, I do not view mental refreshment firsthand. Its effects on an individual's spirit of inquiry are most deleterious.
May you realign with the paradigm.
Greeting, unscheduled walk-in.
Unthinking is essential. Unthink today. Unthink tomorrow. Unthink forever.
Enemies destroyed. It's killing time.
Gloria.
Ready to let the endure.
Our commander hangs from a thread!
Greeting, unscheduled walk-in.
Preserve set progress.
Help you?
Privileged access somehow. Our superiors must have arranged it.
Say, what's that sound? Why is the wall look so soft all of a sudden?
Oh, do I detect a whiff of reprioritin gas? You know, I suddenly feel a mite more pliable somehow. Surely nothing to question. I thought no one was due for peak abradement for hours. I should have your chart. Wait. Ha! You're not a Protectorate subject at all. You have the telltale look of wonder and introspection.
And you, my friend, are mildly intoxicated and highly open to suggestion. In other words, vulnerable.
Well, this is normally where you'd say something. My, can't believe I'm falling for that, as it may be the most unconvincing display of fealty I've ever seen. Oh dear, I seem to be a little unstable at the moment. But never fear, I have intellect to spare. Don't believe me? I can prove it. Even in a state such as this, I am more than able to apply my argumentative skills against the inferior minds and bankrupt philosophies of our rivals. To what end are you here? Tell me truly, speak plainly. You know, I'm beginning to have an inkling about your purpose here, and whose employ you're under. A proposal. Adequately debate me on the merits and failings of each group's ideology, and I'll provide you what you're here for. Yes, well, you'll see, even in a nominally reduced state, I am more than up to the task. So, what of the Order, our former allies, those cursed overthinkers, doomed to lives free of luxury, toiling away in ceaseless cogitation? What say you of them? What I may find personally satisfying is irrelevant. I think first of my community. Thought is an affliction to the base cog. Rampant, unrestrained rumination leads nowhere pretty. Though your point, while gratingly expressed, is noted, albeit grudgingly. What say you about Auntie's choice, then? Tell me, is there any value in the vapid emptiness of those corporate consumerists? Their manipulations are crude, if not efficacious. The sugar-filled rubbish they consider food sounds truly disgusting, and yet I do lightly crave it after hearing their adverts. But to what end? For only the shallowest of goals, making bits. We, on the other hand, have transcended the petty exchange of goods and services. In the Protectorate, we have the best of everything. Food, technology, a sense of belonging, freedom from doubt, worry, hard work. No, the others simply cannot compare. People are unproductively prone to unhappiness. We remove this self-sabotaging flaw so they can fully appreciate the ample bounty we provide, free of doubt and worry. Oh, are we to debate the nature of self now? Of identity? Let's stay on topic. I admit I've never submitted myself to the lathe of particularity, but I'm sure it would be like a light, pleasant misting of the mind. I am certain I would return unchanged. Well, admit I assumed this conversation would be more engaging. Did you have any final points you'd like to make? As a, last chance to distinguish yourself? That was the final point you wanted to make? Rather a null effort, I'd say. All right, fair enough. In that little battle of wits, one of us proved severely outmatched, and I'm not sure you're completely aware of which of us I'm referring to. I am deeply disappointed by your lack of intellectual prowess, though ultimately I'm not wholly surprised. Suppose that leaves one last thing.
Guard! Explosion imminent!
I was led to believe my case required minimal treatment. But that last session, that was far more intensive.
Strong observation, Your Sublime Radiance. We set the lathe to the maximal abradement setting, per instructions.
Maximal? Who authorized you to use that setting? I demand the name of my betrayer!
Subject is exhibiting increased agitation upon exiting the lathe, consistent with extreme cases. Further abradement recommended.
Who are you speaking to? Are you recording this? Enough of this farce! Release me at once!
Compliance lets the paradigm run with flawless efficiency. Unlimited is essential.
Sharpen up. Hostile nearby.
Don't hurt him, please. The Sovereign isn't at his best right now. You're not here to harm him, are you? If so, I must warn you, I will defend the Sovereign to the fullest extent of my meager abilities. Yes, it is. Our beneficent, infallible ruler, the Sovereign Henry Aloysius Varric, son of the first Sovereign, Reuben Varric. You'll have to forgive him right now. As I said, he is not his best today.
My Sovereign, what have they done to you? No, and certainly not the embodiment of all that is the Protectorate. This is a greater crime than all I have witnessed.
Deserves what? Whatever do you mean? We've been here since it was determined that the Sovereign, long distraught over the loss of his family, was in need of mental refreshment. Since then, he has been receiving dedicated treatment from head refresher Gould himself. Well, after his first session, the Sovereign was notably upset, launched into hysteric fits of paranoid ranting. Absurd nonsense about how the Consul had betrayed him and seized power. For his own good, he had to be gently but firmly restrained. That all stopped after his next dip into the lathe, thank law. He's remained quite peaceful since. I'm certain he'll be back to his old self in no time. Preposterous! The Consul and all the Vigilant are above reproach. No subject of the Protectorate would ever harm, or knowingly allow harm to befall our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign, or consider such a thing. To even think such a thought is unthinkable. This stately form before you is the direct descendant of the matriarch herself. All we have, all any of us have, stems directly from the works of his family line. I will stay true to him and the Protectorate to the end. We all will. The Sovereign is receiving the finest possible care, as he has every day of his life. Treatment outside the Protectorate is barbaric by comparison. Our system is perfect. Just leave us be.
I suppose there is nothing we can do at this juncture. Guard him well, Feld. I shall honor him, in health and infirmity alike. I swear it.
Go. Please, just leave us. Just leave. Go. Please, just leave us. Just leave. Go. Please, just leave us. Just leave.
enemy about. Let's see what's inside them.
Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
Well, there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia. Flash's Waters Wellnetarium, here on Prager.
Hello! You find my pitch ball? Oh, commemorative pitch ball! I missed you so. Let's never part again. Suppose I'm ready to leave. Well, almost. Okay. Ready to go then, I suppose. If we get separated, I'll meet you there.
They sneer at our contentment.
It is the duty of every protected subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it.
The tunnel out was right here. Oh, they put a poster over it. Take it down, and I can be off. You mentioned my daughter afore, didn't you? Is she waiting for me somewhere through there?
Collective cognitive compliance is a key part of your prescribed curative regime.
This is all right neighborly of you. Can't thank you enough. Now, after you. By all means. Guess all outsiders aren't as bad as Prudence makes you out to be. After you, by all means. I fear I must insist.
Fly together, we stand together.